Hi guys, in this lesson I'll be solving few challenging questions of complex number. Let's begin with this one. So z is equal to 1 plus cos 2 theta plus I sin 2 theta. And you need to show that modulus is 2 cos theta and the argument is theta. So guys, let's write z in simplified form first. So guys, cos 2 theta has two identities. The first one is 2 cos square theta minus 1 and the second one is bache 1 minus 2 sin square theta. So I would prefer here 2 cos square theta minus 1. So this and this cancel out. Plus I, it's going to become bache 2 sin theta cos theta because the identity of sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. Now, in order to find out the modulus, the formula is a square plus b square. So you can clearly see this is the real part, this is the imaginary part. Let's apply. A is what बच्चे आपका 2 cos square theta whole square plus बच्चे 2 sin theta cos theta whole square. तो it's going to become बच्चे आपका 4 cos power 4 theta plus 4 sin square theta cos square theta. Do you get this, Richard? Now, can I take 4 cos square theta common, guys? It's going to become cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is equal to 1. So 4 cos square theta, if you square root bache 4, it's going to become 2. And if you square root cos square theta, it's going to become cos theta. Did you get the first part, bache? Now, for argument, bache, we do tan inverse B upon A. What's B? B is bache 2 sin theta cos theta. And A is bache what? 2 cos square theta. So I can cancel this and this. I can cancel this and this. Do you get this? So I'm left with what? Tan inverse and tan theta. So guys, tan inverse tan theta becomes what? Tan inverse tan cancel out theta. So that's how I got the argument and I got the modulus. Now, but in the next part, we need to show that 1 upon z is a constant. So you're going to do 1 upon z. What's z? 1 plus cos 2 theta plus I sin 2 theta. Do you get this? So मेरा बच्चा, अगर आप ऊपर देखो बच्चे, आपने इसको सिंप्लीफाइड फॉर्म में क्या लिखा था बच्चे? It was 2 cos square theta plus I 2i sin theta cos theta. Yes बच्चे. तो सबसे पहले बच्चे आप 2 cos theta को कॉमन ले लो. So it's going to become what बच्चे आपका cos theta plus I sin theta. Do you get this बच्चे? यहाँ तक कोई मसला है बच्चे? Okay, now let's ignore 1 upon 2 cos theta and let's try solving this part. Cos theta plus I sin theta. You're going to multiply this by its conjugate. Cos theta minus I sin theta divide by cos theta minus I sin theta. So it's going to become what, bache? Cos theta minus I sin theta divide by cos square theta minus I square sin theta. Sin square theta. So guys, you're going to end up with cos theta minus I sin theta divide by bache cos square theta minus I square is -1. So it's going to become cos square theta plus sin square theta. So now I got this cos theta minus I sin theta over 1. आपने थोड़ी देर पहले क्या इग्नोर करा था मेरे बच्चे? This part, 1 upon 2 cos theta. Now let's bring that back. So multiply this by 1 upon 2 cos theta. Do you get this? So मेरा बच्चा, अब आपका ये क्या हो जाएगा? Cos theta minus I sin theta divide by 2 cos theta. Let's separate this. Cos theta upon 2 cos theta minus I sin theta upon 2 cos theta. What you are supposed to show that the real part of 1 upon z is a constant. So this is the real part and this is the imaginary part. अगर मैं cos theta upon cos theta करता हूँ बच्चे, what do I get? 1 upon 2 minus I sin theta over 2 cos theta. But you were supposed to show this only. तो आपने क्या कर दिया बच्चे? Show. Got this? So guys, in the first part, you are supposed to show this. Z square, what Z? A plus IB. So सबसे पहले मेरा बच्चा, आप इसका स्क्वायर का रूल क्या था? द पावर रूल ऑफ मॉड्यूलस वाज बच्चे, आप मॉड्यूलस की पावर लगा देते हो बच्चे एंड एंगल को एन थीटा कर देते हो. सो ए प्लस आई बी का मॉड्यूलस क्या होगा बच्चे? आपका ए स्क्वायर प्लस बी स्क्वायर. ये z का मॉड्यूलस है. तो z स्क्वायर का मॉड्यूलस क्या होगा बच्चे? होल स्क्वायर दिस एंड आई विल बी लेफ्ट विद व्हाट? a स्क्वायर प्लस b स्क्वायर. गॉट दिस? इज इक्वल टू हमें क्या शो करना है? z कॉन्जुगेट. सो व्हाट वाज z? a प्लस b आयोटा मल्टीप्लाई बाय बच्चे a माइनस b आयोटा. So it's going to result in a square minus b square I square. I square की value is what बच्चे? -1. So it's going to become a square plus b square. तो क्या आपने ये first point show कर दिया बच्चे? You're going to write here shown. Got this? Next आपको क्या show करना है बच्चे? This. What was z? a plus b I minus ki. मुझे इसका conjugate चाहिए. So मेरा बच्चा, its conjugate will become बच्चे क्या आपका? A minus IB plus KI. Conjugate में imaginary का sign change हो जाता है. Got this? Now let's solve this part. Z conjugate. What Z conjugate? A minus B iota plus K iota. Are they both same? Yes. तो आपने ये part भी show कर दिया. So this is shown too. Do you get this बच्चे? This was Z conjugate plus Ki. So the first part is done. Do you get till this point, guys? Next part बहुत challenging है. बहुत students में फंसे थे, guys. So see, you are given with z minus 10 iota is equal to 2z minus 4 iota. Examiner has told you कि by squaring both sides, you need to show this. So पहले बच्चे आपको क्या करना है बच्चे? दोनों साइड को स्क्वायर करना है. So it's going to become बच्चे क्या? z minus 10i whole square is equal to 4z minus 4i whole square. अब बच्चे z whole square ऊपर हमें क्या बताया था? It was z and z conjugate. That means z is what? Z minus 10 iota. And z minus 10 iota का conjugate चाहिए तो it's going to be z conjugate plus 10 iota. So z conjugate plus 10 iota, do you get this? Is equal to 4 z minus 4 iota. Z dash was z conjugate was what बच्चे? Z square was z conjugate. तो z आपने as it is लिख दिया. Z conjugate will become z conjugate plus ki. तो z conjugate plus 4i. Now let's multiply. तो z conjugate plus 10iz minus 10iz conjugate minus 100i square is equal to 4z conjugate minus 4iz conjugate plus 4iz plus 16i minus 16i square. Got this? So now it's going to become z conjugate plus 10iz minus 10iz conjugate I square becomes minus 1. So plus 100 is equal to 4zz conjugate minus 16iz conjugate plus 16iz, and I square means minus 1. So 4 into plus 16 makes what, which is 64, right? Now, let's shift everything बच्चे on one side. So it's going to become what बच्चे आपका 4zz dash क्या हो जाएगा बच्चे आपका zz dash जब उधर आएगा बच्चे it's going to become 3zz dash. Got this? Then when 10iz will be shifted here, it's going to become बच्चे plus 6zi. Then minus 10iz when it will be shifted here, so it will be minus 6zi conjugate. You get this? And then when 100 will be shifted there, it's going to be minus 36. Now, can I take 3 common, bache? So it's going to be zz conjugate plus 2zi minus 2iz conjugate minus 12 is equal to 0. Was I supposed to show this only, bache? So this is shown. Now we need to show this, hence show this. Okay, let's show this. So z minus 2I, if I whole square this, and if I whole square this 4 square, that's 16. And z minus 2I ka whole square will become z minus 2I, and conjugate will become z conjugate plus 2I. Let's multiply. ZZ conjugate minus 2IZ conjugate plus 2IZ minus 4I square is equal to 16. Now see, guys, this entire thing, if I shift this 12 here, will become what? ZZ conjugate minus 2IZ conjugate plus 2IZ is equal to what? 12. That means, mera bacha, this is what? 12. Minus 4 I square is what? Minus 1. So 12 plus 4 is 16 is equal to 16. ये पार्ट भी आपने शो कर दिया. अब शो करने के बाद मुझे बच्चे इसकी ज्योमेट्रिकल सिग्निफिकेंस बनानी. तो दिस इज द इक्वेशन ऑफ अ सर्कल with the center what बच्चे 0, 2 and my radius is 4. Do you get this? Guys, let's begin with the third question. In the first part, it says find the modulus. The formula of a modulus is under root 3 square plus 1 square, that makes under root 4, which is 2. And then argument. Tan theta is equal to 1 upon under root 3 b upon a. So what's the value of this, bache? The argument will be pi upon 6. Guys, where will it lie? See. Under root 3 is positive and 1 is positive, that means going to lie here. Do you get this? Then it says the complex conjugate of z is denoted by z conjugate. We need to find this answer. So that's simple. 2 z is under root 3 plus iota plus z conjugate is under root 3 minus iota. So 2 under root 3 plus 2 iota plus under root 3 minus iota. So my answer will be 2 under root 3 plus under root 3 plus 2 iota minus iota. That's going to be 3 under root 3 plus iota. In the next part, I'm supposed to do I z conjugate, that's under root 3 minus iota divide by under root 3 plus iota. So I'm going to multiply this by, first simplify. So under root 3 iota minus I square upon under root 3 plus iota. So it's going to become I square means minus 1. So 1 plus under root 3 iota divide by under root 3 plus iota. So I'm going to multiply this by under root 3 minus I upon under root 3 minus I. So it's going to become 3I minus under root 3I square plus under root 3 minus I. divided by under root 3 whole square minus I whole square. So now 3I minus I will become 2I. I square means -1. So plus under root 3 plus under root 3 will become 2 under root 3. And in the denominator, it's going to be 3 minus I square. That's 3 plus 1. Do you get this? So over 4. Now if I divide this, it's going to become under root 3 upon 2 plus 1 upon 2 iota. Got this? Then I'm supposed to sketch the diagram of point A and B representing complex number Z and IZ conjugate and prove that AOB is what बच्चे आपका 1 upon 6. So what's Z? Under root 3 plus 1. So it's going to lie. What's the value of under root 3? The value of under root 3 is 1.73, which is going to lie somewhat here. Right, बच्चे? So this is my point A. अच्छा बी के पॉइंट के बारे में क्या बोला इट्स आई जी कॉन्जुगेट मींस आई मल्टीप्लाई बाय अंडर रूट 3 प्लस आई so that's under root 3 iota plus I conjugate में minus आएगा my bad so minus I squared is going to become 1 plus under root 3 iota so 1 plus under root 3 iota will lie somewhat here अब AOB का एंगल चाहिए फाइंड दिस आर्गुमेंट बच्चे यहाँ से ढूंढ लो क्या होगा tan इनवर्स बच्चे दिस इज 1 अपॉन अंडर रूट 3 ये A का है अगर मैं B का ढूंढ लूँ और उसमें से A का माइनस कर लूँ सो B का विल बी बच्चे tan इनवर्स under root 3 upon 1 do you get this now if I subtract this you can check you are getting what pi upon 6 yeah so pi upon 3 minus pi upon 6 gives you what pi upon 6 that's how it's shown do you get this so guys in this question आपको एक फैक्टर बताया हुआ z plus 2 मतलब z की वैल्यू क्या आएगी -2 let's plug that in -2 cube m -2 square plus 24 into -2 plus 32 is equal to 0 so -8 plus 4m minus 48 plus 32 is equal to 0 4m minus 24 is equal to 0 4m is equal to 24 what's the value of m m is equal to 6 now you got this value and you are supposed to find out the three roots. How will you do that, bache? So I know the first root is what, bache? Z plus 2. Yes or no? And let's write z cube plus 6z square plus 24z plus 32. Now let's solve this. यहाँ पे I'm going to multiply with z square to z cube plus 2z square. Now you change plus 2 minus, here you change plus 2 minus. ये cancel out हुआ बच्चे 5z square plus 24z plus 32. So you're going to multiply 4z, sorry. You're going to multiply by 4 and z. So it's going to become 4z square plus 8z. Plus will become minus and this will become minus. Cancel out 24 minus 8 is what? 16z plus 32. We're going to write here plus 16. So 16z plus 32 plus will become minus. This will become minus. You cancel this out, बच्चे. आपका आंसर क्या है 0. So now you got z square plus 4z plus 16 and one factor is z plus 2. So z is equal to -2. How will you solve this? You can't find any factor of 16 that's making 4. So let's apply quadratic formula. A is equal to 1, B is equal to 4, and C equal to 16. So -4 plus minus 4 square minus 4 into 1 into 16 upon 2 into 1, right बच्चे? So it's going to become बच्चे minus 4 plus minus under root minus 48 over 2. अच्छा जी, अब इसको अलग अलग कर दो बच्चे. अंडर रूट 48 एंड ये आपका क्या बन जाएगा बच्चे, इनटू आई, राइट बच्चे? अगर मैं अंदर देखूं स्क्वायर रूट के बाहर माइनस है, दैट मीन्स अंडर रूट माइनस 1, दैट्स आयोटा, डिवाइड बाय 2. एंड इधर बच्चे माइनस 4 अंडर रूट 48 आई ओवर 2. नाउ इफ यू सिंप्लीफाई बच्चे, ऊपर 2 कॉमन लो तो ये हो जाएगा माइनस 2 प्लस 2 अंडर रूट 3 आयोटा एंड माइनस टू अंडर रूट 3 आयोटा. आपको क्या शो करना है बच्चे, जी की रूट्स, एक ये रूट है, एक ये रूट है एंड एक जी इक्वल टू -2. अब इन द नेक्स्ट पार्ट आपको बोला 6 रूट बतानी है अगर जी स्क्वायर हो जाए. सो मेरा बच्चा जी स्क्वायर में आप क्या करोगे, पहले तो आपने क्या करना है बच्चे, इसको स्क्वायर करना है एंड देन आपको इसको भी स्क्वायर करना है एंड देन आपको इसको भी स्क्वायर करना है. एंड व्हेन आई स्क्वायर रूट दिस बच्चे, तो ये तो हो जाएगा प्लस माइनस अंडर रूट 2 आयोटा. देन गाइज आप इसका स्क्वायर रूट सेपरेटली ढूंढोगे और इसका स्क्वायर रूट आप सेपरेटली ढूंढोगे. द मेथड ऑफ फाइंडिंग स्क्वायर रूट से. You get this, वो जो स्क्वायर रूट वाला मैंने मेथड सिखाया था उससे यू गोइंग टू गेट 2 स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ दिस and 2 square root of this. Got this? So guys, here you can see the working of the square root of both of them. सही है? By this you're going to get 2 square root this one and you're going to get 2 square root this one. वो जो मैंने square root ढूंढने का concept सिखाया वो apply होगा इधर. Now let's begin with this question. In the first part, you are supposed to find out the modulus and argument. That's not a big deal. 2 square plus 2 square. That makes what बच्चे आपका under root 8. Do you get this? And in order to find out the argument, you're going to write 2 here, 2 here. That means it's lying here. So the argument will be tan inverse 2 upon 2. That's what बच्चे pi upon 4. Got this? So पहला part is that. Now this is the equation of perpendicular bisector and this is the equation of a circle. So perpendicular bisector का what's the first point? 1 plus 0 iota. The second point is बच्चे आपका 0 plus 1 iota. So now 1 comma 0 will lie here and 0 comma 1 will lie here. That means you are making a line y is equal to x key, yes or no? Then बच्चे z minus u, what was u? 2 plus 2. So 2 plus 2 lies here, right बच्चे? And the radius is 1. तो एक ऊपर एक नीचे एक इधर, आपने ये सर्कल भी बना दिया. अब आपको शेड करना है बच्चे. This is read as nearer. So z minus 1, which means this point 1 comma 0 is nearer than the other point. And less का मतलब circle के अंदर shade होगा. That means this part will be shaded. Do you get this? Then we need to find out the modulus where the argument is least. The argument is least at this point, right बच्चे? We need to find out the modulus till this point. मुझे यहाँ तक का modulus चाहिए. So let me make a triangle बच्चे. So I know this part is what बच्चे? Under root 8. I know this is radius 1. Can you find this easily? Yes. Under root 8 square is equal to 1 square plus x square. 8 minus 1 is equal to x square. X is equal to under root 7. Got this? Okay guys, so in the first part you need to show the modulus and argument of u. सबसे पहले आप इसको सिंप्लीफाई कर दो बच्चे. So you multiply by 1 minus 2 iota upon 1 minus 2 iota, and you're going to get, अगर आपने इसको मल्टीप्लाई करा बच्चे, 6 minus 12 iota minus 3 iota plus 6 I square upon 1 minus 4 I square. So it's going to become बच्चे minus 15 iota divided by 5. So guys, my answer of u is what? Minus 3 iota. If you find out the magnitude of this 0 plus minus 3 square, that's going to be बच्चे आपका 3. Got this बच्चे? And argument बच्चे क्या होगा? 0 comma 3, 0 comma minus 3 will lie here बच्चे, right? So my argument will be minus pi upon 2. Do you get this? Now मेरा बच्चा, you need to find argument of z minus u. Argument of z minus u is 1 upon 4 pi. Find the least possible value of z. Now see. Guys, z minus u का क्या मतलब है बच्चे? z minus u का मतलब ये है मेरा बच्चा कि u का पॉइंट क्या था बच्चे आपका? -3. राइट बच्चे, आपने यहाँ पे ये बनाया बच्चे लाइन, और उसका आर्गुमेंट आपको दिया है pi upon 4. राइट, so this is pi upon 4. Will this be pi upon 4 too? And this will be pi upon 4 too, and this will be pi upon 2, क्योंकि राइट एंगल बना. अब मुझे लीस्ट पॉसिबल वैल्यू चाहिए इस रीजन की. सुनना बच्चे, बचपन में द शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस ऑफ अ ट्राइंगल वाज द लीस्ट पॉसिबल वैल्यू बच्चे. दैट मींस आई एम सपोज्ड टू फाइंड दिस. लेट्स फॉर्म अ ट्राइंगल हियर. I know this is 3, so that means this is 3. I know this is pi upon 4, and I'm supposed to find this. So sine pi upon 4 is equal to x upon 3. So 3 multiplied by sine pi upon 4 will give you bache 3 under root 3 upon 2. Do you get this? Now the third part. It says z minus 1 plus iu is equal to 1. Find the greatest. Okay, this is the complex number of a circle. पहले बच्चे आप क्या करोगे? सबसे पहले आप क्या करोगे बच्चे? 1 प्लस आई से -3i को मल्टीप्लाई करोगे, राइट? तो z -3i -3i square. Do you get this बच्चे? Now z minus I square -1 होता है, तो 3 minus 3i is equal to 1. Let's make a circle. So 3 and -3 will lie somewhat here, and the radius is 1. आपने ये सर्कल बना लिया. अब मुझे इसका ग्रेटेस्ट पॉसिबल आर्ग्यूमेंट चाहिए. सो ग्रेटेस्ट आर्ग्यूमेंट ऑफ अ सर्कल का क्या सीन होता था बच्चे? मॉड्यूलस, दैट वाज 3 स्क्वायर प्लस 3 स्क्वायर अंडर रूट 18 plus the radius. So under root 18 plus 1, that's going to be 3 under root 2 plus 1. Got this, guys? So this was the first video of challenging questions. I'm going to upload 2 more lessons on